Hello everyone, this is Liz with Craft to Devotion, and I just completed another lot. This one is going to be multiple colors of yellow, green, peach, pink, blue, and it's not going to be the biggest lot. It's going to be a smaller lot, so it will not be like the other one I just completed, the pink one. That was like a $50 lot. This one, I'm not exactly sure, but they usually range from 25 and under. Sometimes they're 15, sometimes they're 25 based on what I put in them. And I put some beautiful things in here, but I also just put a variety of colors. So I'm going to show you some of the things I put in this lot. Anyway, this is a embellishment lot, and it has laces, trims, and all kinds of trinkets and doodads, different things like that. And this is everything that's in the lot, and it looks like, see, this looks like a little bit, but actually I rolled it all up because it's they would just take up a lot of room if I didn't squeeze them down. Now, I did give you some of this in the large lot also, but I gave you different colors. I think I gave you lavender, or I don't know what color I gave you there. And the difference between these smaller lots and the larger lots is the larger lot, I made things like 2 feet long. This lot, most of the strands are, the longest strands probably a yard, but most of them are about under a foot. So this one, these are some gorgeous crinkle trim, and they actually have a stretch to them. And if you like that messy look bow, this will make a cute messy look bow. You see that? And you can cut this in half and make more than one bow, make them smaller. But that's what these are. And then I have another ribbon that's sitting over here. I think I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way so that I can bring them down here. Okay. Then this is some of the rayon ribbon that also is a type of a crinkle ribbon. These are from what I have left in my shop, and these are I'm planning in the future to actually provide more colors, but these were discontinued colors that I got a bargain on, and that's why I carry them. But for these, what you do is, if you like that crinkle look, kind of like this one is, you take this and you can spray it with a tiny bit of water, and then you crinkle it up and then let it dry, and then you can already see that it's starting to crinkle. So I gave you a couple of colors that I still have in my shop, which is a peach, this gorgeous blue, and this is almost like a sea green blue, and then here's a baby blue. So those are the colors that I had that I thought would go well in this lot. And I only gave you a yard of each of these colors. So some things I am giving you a yard, but it's not everything. It's like the things that are not like, I'm going to put that on side. Okay, and I roll those up so they look like there's a little bit, but there's a lot in the little package. And here's another one. I did the same thing. I think I have lavender here also, but I decided to put a yard of this ribbon. And this ribbon, this lace ribbon, I carry in my shop. I have this because I use this a lot in my miniature dressmaking. When I do these miniature dresses, I use this a lot here. See? And so I like to provide it for those of you who want to use what I use. Or you can use this for anything, because I like this one I buy because I can cut it in half and use it thin very easily, or I can use it thick like this, and it's easy to make a bow out of it or place it on your projects if you're going to make lace books. And I have it in this color, and I have it in this lavender here. Again, I roll them up so it doesn't look like a lot. Let's see. Let's open this one up. Here we go. This one is this is a fabric I'm placing in there for you to inspire you, and it has a shimmery little sequin on the fabric, and this fabric is actually a bit stretchy. And in this one I placed some little things in here. There's little appliques, and these are probably some of the brightest colors I put in there. I didn't put a lot of bright colors, but sometimes a little bit of a brighter color really brings out a project. And I put these lovely butterflies. I've never had these in my shop. I had, but they're pretty. They're double layer. So if you really like to be frugal, you can actually separate these and make it into two. I think although you can't tell the difference in the colors, this one's more lavender and this one's pink. And then I actually have this one in my shop. I sell this one a lot. It's very flat, and it's one of the less expensive butterflies I have. So I put a lot of little knickknacks, little tiny embellishments in there. You'll find I have a lot of little embellishments, so these will go a long way if you have any projects. And remember, the colors I'm doing are more pastels in a variety of tones. And let's see, let me open this other fabric here. So as you can see, this is more pinks, yellows, and here in this one I have pieces of lace, and you'll see they have different lengths. This one has 4 little appliques on it, this blue glitter. And then an example for this one, I think it's probably 9 or 12 inches. Let me check. Yeah, it's about 12 inches. And then I give you a little piece of this light dangle and a little piece of this. If you notice on the other big lot, I put 2 feet of that. And this one I put, it's probably around 9 inches. So most things are gonna measure from 6 to 12 inches. But some things I did put a yard, like the ones I showed you first. I don't know where this came from, but here's another piece. There. I'm going to wrap them back up later, but let's see. Let me open another fabric. Okay, so here's another pastel colors, yellow, pink, blue. And you'll see the pretty. This is a vintage fabric. It is actually a bed sheet, like it was a flat sheet that I laundered. And I use a lot of laundered flat sheets in my projects. For vintage things. And let me show you what I put in here. Okay, I have a little piece of this, and this can be cut apart or just placed flat in a project. And then I gave you several of these. I do have some of these in my shop still, but like I do not have this one. I put all of these where it has different colors, blue, pink, and then there's another blue and a pink. I do have this in white also, with white pearls in my shop. And again, these are little pieces. They're like 6 inches. They're so you can put the side of one of your lace books or scrapbooks or embellish. And this type, you'll notice whenever I put a piece of tape on it, there's a little piece of tape on there. It's because it will easily unravel. So if you're going to cut it smaller, I suggest you put a piece of tape, or you can hot glue on the back first and then cut it. That way it doesn't unravel. And again, I put these in that larger lot also, but I put only two different colors in there. A little piece of a vintage lace, cotton lace with the ribbon in there, and this gorgeous yellow. I used to carry this in my shop, and I don't have access to it anymore. I said, okay, well, that would be perfect to put in there. It has greens, and then something unusual you might see is this very sheer, pretty green. And the reason I put that in there is because I want you to use your imagination and know that this is like a piece of a scarf. Like, it's like scarf material. So you can use from your stash if you have scarves that you don't use. You can find them in the thrift stores, and you see a fabric. And I like these thin fabrics because they make flowers very easily. As you can see, I cut it like I show you how to cut mine. And what I'll do is I'll use, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 petals on there. I'll use 2 petals, and then I'll put them behind something like a leaf to embellish. And as you can see, if you just do this with the pin, it makes a pretty back flower. But really, this little piece can be used in different ways. And I'm hoping that I might hopefully stay well and be able to get back on there. So that's what's in there. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be under $20 for this whole set. Exactly. And then I put little, I don't know, I guess a little heart came out. I put it over there. I think it was on the outside of my bag. And I put a couple of these, which are little pom-poms to celebrate. And this is a blue, a lavender, a mint, and that looks like a very light blue. Plus this beautiful, a little piece of this colorful little flowers. You can fussy cut these out. You can fussy cut this out, use this bottom as a border, use these to embellish on another page, or you can just put it on a page completely like that, or a project, whatever project you're doing. Okay. All right, we're getting lower. Next is this, which I told you about this. I had already put that in told you about that one. And then I put a couple of different colors of this type. And these, you can actually make flowers out of them if you gather them. Or you can just use them on a project. And these ones, I think I put, they look about 18 inches on these ones. Half yard. Let's see, what else do I have here? Hey, let's see. I have this piece. And again, it's another small embellishment. Sometimes I'm out and I don't plan to reorder something, and then I'll put pieces in the lots. And here's a little blue dangle, some lavender, and some other small embellishments you can cut up and use in a project. There we go. All right, let's do this one next. This one's also wrapped up nice and neat. And again, another piece. I used to carry this on my shop. Sometimes when I don't carry them, I might carry them again if I can find them at a good price. Oh, looks like I got another stray piece of another pom-pom in there. This piece here, it's more of a rose, slightly dusty rose, and just a little teeny tiny piece of this. I had a little bit of this left and I put it in there. Here's a piece of that blue. I had put a large piece, like 2 feet, inside the large lot of this, but I had a little left. I could give you guys 3 little pieces. Okay, and then over here, I'll go through all this. I put this in, another one. I've shown you guys this before. I like this because you can cut this off and just use the leaves. You can use just the little pieces. So you can actually use it for a lot of little things. I'm a person who likes to use something beautiful and put it up. And then everyone got a little lavender angel. You can use that in any way you want. And everyone got 3 of these. Now these ones, the patterns are all different. Let's see. Example, this one right here. See how different that one is to this one? But it's a lovely little piece you can cut off to use to embellish. And then you guys also got a few paper cards. Like this one has, everyone's will be different. So this one has this little girl and these 2 children here, and everyone's will be different. So that will be a mystery what you get on those and that. And then this is gorgeous little piece, and it's a piece of lace that's decorated for you. Nice little embellishment. And these 2 I do carry in my shop. You can buy like about 20 of them for a yard or something like that. I don't know how many are inside. And I put one of these. This I carry in my shop. I put a little piece of that. I put a little piece of the I had several of these of this trim, and I never put it in my shop, but I found it a brand new at thrift stores, and these are nicer quality ones than the ones I find nowadays. And I had a couple of rolls, and I decided that's what I was going to do with them, is put them inside of the lots. And then here is the little embellishments. I always give you a little bit of embellishments. Sometimes it's buttons, sometimes it's bling, and this is a combination of things. Let me see if I can open it so you can see what's in it. And I put a lot of little bits of lot in here. It doesn't look big. I put an extra one of these in there. This is another, so you'll all get a different one. I put a couple of these flowers. These are vintage flowers. I actually carry them in my shop. I love these flowers. I love to take them apart and use the petals individually in like as the back or as one of the colors if I'm making a fabric flower, because this is actually a nice quality fabric bud. Beautiful. I put mini little pieces of embellishments. And what I did is I had a whole stash of stuff, and I went through and found the right colors to go in the slot. So it's actually just a bunch of different colors that I had, just little embellishments. I put one of these in there, and the big lot I put several of these. Or no, what did I? I think I put two. And I'd like to show you that you can use these, like some people are using that clear stuff where you put little embelly things in there and then you fill it. But for me, I wanted to show you how to use like a piece of lace. Let's say we use this flower on it, and then you can add little bits of other things on there to make it a necklace, and then you can use one of the laces to actually tie on there. And it could be used as a charm or an actual necklace. So there's one of those. A few beads, flat back beads. Oh gosh. This is because it was different colors. A little piece of that. These are actually vintage little tiny flowers. They're yellow. Soft yellow. Let me see. There's so many things in here. And that I just grabbed a bunch of them. You can see little trinkets, little tiny things. There's even more. Look how tiny these are. I put these little clay type things in there. They're the clay kind that you can use them a sprinkle in a spot, or you can place them. And this is a vintage piece also, which this one can be ironed on. It's a patch actually. A couple of buttons, a couple of bowl pins. So that's what is in this lot. I hope it inspires you to purchase one. Now, there will be in my shop probably in the next couple of days, because I still need to take photographs. When I take them out to show you, I usually photograph it after and I decide on the final price. Looking at this, I know it's going to be under $20 for all of this. I don't know for sure. What I do when I calculate is I kind of estimate about how much I would charge if I put it in my shop. And then I usually slash the price either 50%, 40% off. And then that's the price I put on it. So based on that, I'll see how much. But I'm imagining it's going to be between $15 and $20 for this particular lot. And it's actually half the size. This is about 5 ounces, I think. I think it weighed 5 ounces. Yeah, about 4.5. Yeah, usually I try to make it under 4 ounces, but this one is almost 5 ounces. And it costs about the same, so usually they charge about $5 for the shipping. Also, sometimes if you're looking for a coupon or coupon code, you can just ask me and I'll see if I have any coupons active, and I'll send it to you. Sometimes right now I think I have a 10% off. I was going to make a change on it though, because I put it on there from winter, and I think I have a thank you one right now that's active on a coupon code. So this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. I hope this inspires you, and you like just the variety of little trinkets and things I put in here, and laces and trims that you can use to create and design your own things. I'm hoping, my goal is to take some of these things and actually design a few little things. Like was one idea I had, is to make this into a necklace and show you how I would do that. For the large lot, I was thinking about making a couple of flowers out of some of the things that I have here. Maybe making a page or a card, something small, just to inspire you, because sometimes I'm inspired with the less I have, the more inspired I become to create something out of nothing. But when you have a lot of things, sometimes that's a lot. So there are a lot of things in this lot. I hope you're inspired to create something beautiful. Thank you.